For my overthinkers out there, there's one thing you need to know, and this sounds douchey, but it's true. You're not special. I'm not special, you're not special, nobody's special. We're all our own different person, we're all unique. So the reason I say this is because the sooner you get this into your head, the sooner you'll stop overthinking and you'll stop worrying about every little thing you do. Whenever I was in school, like throughout all my schooling, elementary through college, everything, and even until somewhat recently, I always analyze everything that I do. So I would, in my head, I remember specifically in high school, in gym class, and we had to walk across the gym like a teacher might call you. I'd be walking across the gym or in the hallway, wherever I was walking. I'd be over-analyzing every step I would take. Each step I'd be like, everybody's staring at me. I would think people were watching me. Same thing with like, maybe if you go to a bar, you'll see people who are dancing, but you're the guy who like stands in the corner and just watches. Or I say a bar, a club, I mean. You'll see people dancing and you can't work up the courage to go do it because you feel like it's weird and everybody will be watching you. Maybe you can't dance, right? But nobody's watching you. You're not special. And even people who are watching you, they're gonna be like, oh, he's having a good time. And then either way, the next day they're gonna forget who you are. You're not some special person who everybody's watching, everybody's gonna remember, everybody's gonna take note of every little thing you do. You gotta understand that. Damn, what is that? Fucking what? You gotta understand that everything you do is not being watched. You don't have to analyze everything you do. You don't have to be perfect. You can just be who you are. Walk how you walk. Say what you say. Don't filter yourself and not say things that you want to say just because you think it's not accepted by people. Because if you want to say it, that's who you are. So don't limit yourself. Don't do any of these things. And the reason I say this, because I know it's a lot easier said than done, what like most of the things that I say are, but the sooner you get this in your head, the quicker you'll start to believe it. Because me just telling you you're not special and that you shouldn't overanalyze everything, you're not gonna just be able to stop. And you're not gonna be able to just stop being anxious, stop being insecure, stop being depressed. You're not gonna be able to just do these things just because I tell you this. But thoughts are like planting a seed. It's like planting seeds in a garden. Whenever you have your first initial thought, that first initial thought's like a seed, and you planted it. And the more you bring it up, the more you're aware of it. And eventually, it's like watering the plant. The more you think about it, the more it gets watered, the quicker it grows. So as I tell you this might be the first time you've heard this, that you're not special. As you think about it more often, maybe you'll think about it in like a week, maybe then think about the next day. The more you think about it, the more that thought will grow and start to become part of you. So whenever it fully grows and it becomes part of you, you'll be able to do things that you were too scared to do before. Maybe there was just like, we'll say getting rejected. Maybe you were scared of getting rejected because you thought everybody was gonna watch and you were embarrassed of people thinking like, oh, that's the guy who got rejected. But instead you'll be like, oh, well, I'm not special. They're not gonna think about me tomorrow. They're gonna forget that even happened. So it'll become part of you and you're not gonna be scared to go out and do things. You'll be able to understand you're not special. Like, sure, you're you and you're important, but you're not special. You're not somebody that everybody's aware of. You're just you. You're just a random guy to them. Maybe your friends know you. Maybe people from school know you, but you're still just a random guy to like billions of people, right? So if you're out in a public setting and there's nobody around, or I mean, not nobody around, and there's people that you don't know around, and you're still thinking like everybody's just watching you, you think everybody's just locked in on you, and you do something embarrassing, and you're like, oh fuck, everybody's gonna be thinking about this for the rest of their life. I'm so embarrassed. They're not, because you're just some random person. They might think that's just who you are. They're like, oh, he's just the guy who does that. You know what I mean? They're not gonna just be like thinking about it forever, and it's not gonna be something that haunts you. So the sooner you get this idea into your head, the better. And again, it's not gonna be something you can just start thinking. Like, it's not gonna be, oh, I'm not special, and we just go and dance in the hallway. You know what I mean? But eventually, it starts stacking up like progressive overload. Eventually, it'll get to the point where it's just you, and you're not as worried. To me, I'm at the point where, you know, I know I'm not special, but I still sometimes overanalyze things. I won't do certain things. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be embarrassing. So I won't do certain things. I'm not like some guy who's just insane 100% courage who will go do anything, right? But I've improved drastically in that area, and I can do a lot more things that I wouldn't do before. Before I wouldn't even talk in groups because I thought the people in the group were gonna judge me. I was that insecure in myself and that unwilling to speak. I thought everybody was gonna be judging every little thing that I said. But now it's like I'll get in a group of people I don't even know, and I'll be talking just like how I usually talk. It's just, I know that's just who I am. They're not gonna be judging me, and if they are, they're gonna forget about me tomorrow. So the quicker you get that idea into your head, the better. And I hope this helps because it's helped me a lot. But if you're just into the content, please subscribe. I make videos like this, things that help you out, help me out, that I've experienced throughout my life or that I read about, whatever the case is. So if you're interested, please subscribe. Besides that, got any goals to make this happen? I'll see you in the next video.